So I'm calling this the Trusty Ansible project, mostly because it's based on an Ubuntu Trusty Docker container and Ansible as a framework for automating some of the more common network tasks that we wind up doing on a day-to-day basis. In fact, this project or framework based on Docker and Ansible could help with automating the development of device configurations and then do, like I mentioned, some of those common tasks like doing backups of a bunch of devices, running quick snapshots and discovery show commands, and even automating configuration updates. Let's take a quick look at what we have. So as you can see here, we have a Docker container running. I've called it Trusty Ansible, and I've got a shell into it right here. And if we take a quick look, the container is essentially Ubuntu with a few additional modifications just to make it a slightly better working environment. You can see here we need all the usual suspects for Python, for YAML, for Ansible, included tree and nano and wget, just on the off chance. Well, tree I use all the time, and the other two for obviously if you don't like to use VI, then you can use nano. And then a working directory at the root called Ansible, which is where we are here. And if we take a quick look at what we have right now, we have a local Ansible config file that's customized for dealing with network devices. Basically, I know Ansible, kind of the tagline is that it's agentless. Well, it's not completely agentless, right? It needs SSH. So this is a customized config file that kind of circumvents some of the issues that you wind up with dealing with network devices. The etc host command is here to put in the etc/host file so that your actual Ansible host file names will resolve. This is just a quick Jinja2 template, and then a directory that's built because this is where all the show commands will land, and then the playbook, which is called test iOS. So this is a Docker container that is based on the image that I just showed you, the Trusty Ansible image. And this structure was essentially a Git pull or a Git clone from GitHub. So if we take a quick look, first of all, let's take a look at what's in the show commands, and it's empty. And again, just noticing there's only one directory in the original GitHub pull. Now if we invoke the playbook, I'm going to give it the local host file. And it's going to do a number of things. It's going to run some show commands and back up the configurations of effectively 10 routers. Okay. So now let's take a look at our directory. And you can see here we have a new directory called backup, and that comes from the iOS module that I'm using. And then you notice now the show commands directory has the output of show IP interface brief and show inventory. So that's it. These are actually querying live ASR routers, but it's simple enough to stand up a couple of just virtual routers and switches. There's a number out there, and I'll probably go into that at a later time. Thanks.